Wouldn't it be just great to know something in advance? What if they'll say yes when you ask the question? Or if that movie will be worth getting the babysitter for? Well, there is one thing you can know for sure beforehand. Our eligibility checker will tell you if you'll be approved for a Barclaycard Forward credit card before you apply. And it won't affect your credit score. Oh, sorry. If you've got a limited credit history. Know for sure before you apply at barclaycards.co.uk today. 34.9% APR representative variable.
Gusto, the recipe box packed with flavour, delivering precise ingredients and easy-to-follow recipes. For 50% off your first box, go to gusto.co.uk now.
At Tombola, we're big on community and big on fun. And the fun doesn't get much bigger than the big link. Over £300,000 will be won this month, with a £10,000 full house prize every night in Bingo 90. Download the app or go online and play the big link, only at Tombola.
King boy.
What does it take to crack a cold case? Two experts tasked with 200,000 unsolved murders every year.
Of all the cases that I've ever had, I don't think any of them are as bad as this.
Searching for the truth in what was once overlooked.
I want it.
After years of pain, justice will be served. Cold Justice, Monday on CBS Reality. Step into the shoes of detectives as they are pushed to their limits.
Quite sick, and really just shows the brutality of murder itself.
Piecing together the trail of a killer.
I think of myself as a puzzle builder.
These evidence boards are critical
so that you can make those connections.
We found evidence that the crime scene was cleaned up.
Now, as the final piece of the puzzle.
The Wolf, Wednesday on CBS Reality.
You and your mother are a pair.
Freeloading house guests become a burden.
You moved out leaving him without furniture.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. That's what happened.
Then his wallet took another hit.
She ran into a pole, damaging the right front corner of my truck.
Did that happen?
No, ma'am.
Isn't it? No, ma'am. You're a liar. You're not even a good liar.
Judge Judy. You are about to enter the courtroom of Judge Judith Scheinman. The people are real. The cases are real. The rulings are final. This is Judge Judy. 23-year-old Mariah Wesson is suing her mom's ex-boyfriend, Jason Kirkland, for unpaid loans for personal expenses and for the return of her property.
A little bit of light so you can see where you're going with your pathway. On the edge of fencing, I've got garden railway sleepers around my garden. So where they join, it looks great to have them on the end.
Or on the corners, it looks amazing. And they will illuminate your plants and flowers around. Don't forget, we're in a bright studio. We've got all the lights still on. We are not in the dark. When you're in the dark, these actually reflect onto the plants and flowers. So obviously, the more white flowers you have, the lighter coloured flowers. I've got lots of roses. They look amazing, but also look great reflected against windows. So if you are going to use them indoors at all, they look great. And again, very safe around pets, children, no heat, no worrying about the flame blowing out. So if you put them onto your table
With the wind when you're in the summer.
so you don't have to worry about the flame going out.
But that's why I got them. I got them because every time I was putting candles on, they were blowing out, and I was like, what's the point of this? I can't even enjoy my back garden. So this is why I ended up going for these, and I've had them for quite a few years now. And what I do is we bring them out, obviously for the summer. I use them in Halloween. Now I don't have the luxury of having the colour changing, because don't forget, every time you bring something out, you upgrade, just like your phone. So now everybody's going to want the colour changing, because of course you're going to want to put them with the different themes. You're going to want maybe to have that beautiful red in the winter for Christmas. Maybe if you've gone for red and gold, that traditional colour. There's so much that you can do with these. 4 of them for $59.99. That's a very, very good deal. And don't forget, you've got that wonderful remote control where you can change. You can put it on timer if you want to. You can switch off whenever you want to. You can screw them to the garden fence. We even give you the extra screw. You can put them on a tabletop if you want to. You can stake them into the garden. The world's your oyster with these ones. They've really... I'm not saying they're going to come on, because obviously mine are fabulous, and I don't want to ever knock mine, because mine are amazing. But if you look at it, it's the difference between your old phone and now your new phone. These are upgraded. 493520.
Introducing the versatile and decorative tulip solar lights. These lights look fantastic in any garden and offer a realistic flickering flame effect and 3 different preset modes. They are so versatile. They come provided with 2 separate ways of displaying the lamp. Firstly, you're provided with table stands for each light, which can simply be placed on a table, patio, or any level flat surface. Plus, you also receive a spike for each light, meaning you can position them anywhere in your garden. Simply attach the spike, place into the ground, and instantly transform your garden at the touch of a button. You can control your lights using the handy remote control, which offers functionality in the way of 12 individual colors and a color-changing mode, so that the light gently transitions, creating a wonderful atmosphere and exotic look and feel to your garden. These lights are also solar-powered. Each light comes with a built-in solar panel. Should you require, or if needed, there is also a separate USB charging point. Transform your garden and make the ordinary extraordinary with the Tulip Solar Light from Ideal World.
Just looking at that pathway on that video clip that we just showed you, you could have your pathway all different colours as you're walking down if you wanted to. Maybe you've got multicoloured with your flowers in your garden. I always do a black and white garden, so for me, I want to keep with the traditional. But then again, your sister is blue and white, so she'd want the blue if you've got a swimming pool, you lucky so-and-so. Then, of course, you're going to want to go with a blue round. I'm saying that because I'm like, I haven't got one.
But if you're like me and you want to use them indoors as well, I want the wood for indoors.
So let's show you the 5 different colours that you've got. So Angela's absolute favourite. Now remember, these are a really good, hardy, no ways to put it, a hardy plastic. But that's what you want for your back garden, because if this was actually, and it looks like it's been carved, and the reason why I want to tell you that is because I don't want, it looks realistic, so I don't want anybody getting that home and thinking, oh, I thought it was wood. 1, wood would be terrifically expensive, and 2, wood, you wouldn't be able to look after it properly, because eventually it would warp. So you've got that wonderful fall effect of the wonderful, almost like oak, looks like oak. Then we move down here, we've got the least effect, least stock in this one, which is a verdigris. This is one of my favourites, not for my garden, because my garden is very contemporary, but I love this. I can imagine this in my father-in-law's garden. He's got a very sort of country-style garden. You know, you can imagine this. I can imagine this. I've had the privilege of walking around Prince Charles's garden. Where is it? Over in is it Highgrove?
Yes,
Anyway,
Highgrove.
Highgrove. I had the privilege.
Somebody here said high five. I love working here.
I was invited to walk round and meet all the gardeners, and it was absolutely amazing. And those would go fabulous in that. You've also got the black that's got the bronze effect to it. You've got the black that's got the pewter effect to it, and then you've also got the plain black, which is what I've got in my garden. But let me quickly show you that these can be charged up by USB, but you've also got this tabletop where you can screw it in, so then you can screw it in the tabletop if you wanted to, but you could also screw it in to fence panels. So if you wanted to have it going down, you know, fence top, so you've got like a sort of around the edge of your garden. It's just amazing. Indoors, outdoors.
It is.
In your lady's chamber. You can have it anywhere you want.
You can, and you have the remote control, so you don't have to turn them on and off. They have a timer on them that's 3 hours or 6 hours. It's up to you if you use the remote control. You can colour change the light effect. The one thing you don't have to do is you don't have to change the bulbs inside. They are LED bulbs that give you thousands of hours of light. So it's a flickering flame effect, no heat, no wires, no difficulties, and no running costs.
And we're going to go over and have a look at all the different colours that you've got with it. Remember, you're getting a pack of 4. You've got the remote control, you've also got the USB, you've got the screw, you've got the bottom, you've got the stake, you've got everything that you can possibly want. You're looking at that one there. That is, I think, the black with the pewter, the black with the bronze. And it's actually not as bronzy, and it's not. That's the wood. That's the one. See, it looks real.
Look
it
at
looks
that.
real.
It looks like carved wood. This one really troubles my mind because I don't touch it and it's not wood. It's completely weatherproof. The quality of that light is just so good when you see it, because you would think that it's painted on the outside, but it's not. It's the same wood.
So let's have a look at
inside.
the colours that we're changing, because this is what is fascinating everybody, and this is like taking it to the next level. You've got beautiful.
So look at the different colours that you can choose, and the remote control gives you complete control. I mean, this is event lighting. This is lighting for weddings, for special occasions. When I see the green, now, believe it or not, green in gardens looks amazing. And I know it sounds really strange because you say, well, that's the same as the actual plants. But a lot of events use green lighting because it enhances the garden. And then I do believe that all members of the family should be looked after. And you might have younger children that would like to have,
multicolored, yeah.
Well, you've got to have pink. You have to have pink in there because they might like unicorns.
Princess pink.
Wait, wasn't going to say it, but I go back to the blue. The blue is just beautiful. If you have a pond, remember, these are safe to use in ponds. And it doesn't matter which colour you choose. The colour is just literally your choice. They all have the same functionality. They don't blow out. They are a flickering flame. There's very clever technology inside.
And you get a 4-pack.
If you're using them outside, it just takes in daylight through the solar panel. A light sensor picks up nighttime. They automatically illuminate. But should you want to use them indoors, you have the USB cable that you can charge them indoors, and you can use them as a tabletop function as well, or as Sally said, on top of decking or on top of your fence post.
You could. You've got them all over, and then indoor and outdoor as well, as Angela just said. So the wood effect, you might have an oak table at home. They might go on the top of your dining table. And remember, because it's solar light, when it's outside, it's going to charge up. When it's inside, it's not going to charge. So you've got a USB cable. So we've got the best of both worlds with it. That means that you can have them lit in the winter on your dining room table. You could have them surrounded with this wonderful flickering light in the Christmas inside your home or outside your home. I use them for Halloween almost every year. They're out for Halloween around my garden. They look incredible. Everybody always comments on them. And then, of course, I have them in the back garden in the summer as well. So I'm getting back out into my garden this weekend. 493520. Thank you to Angela, and thank you to you always as well. Make sure you're checking out your basket. Jesse's up next with a fabulous fashion, our amazing blockbuster of 3 for $25 on Amelia. I'm going to be back a little bit later on today, so I hope you can join me then. But don't forget, check out your lighting. It makes a difference.
Thank you, Sally. That makes me so excited. The spring to summer for sitting out in the garden. Make sure you check out your baskets. Now, we have a fantastic morning coming up for you here at Ideal World. We're starting with a brilliant blockbuster. It's all about fun and fitness.
Making sure your outfit is just right means making sure you get all the details correct. From the
He refusing the search because he has something to hide.
The landlord that this property is going to get shut down now because he cannot guarantee